Hey everyone, we're back to 3 mass planning with our party trying to make their way to the Gnoll Camp without being discovered as not being as captured as they were planned. I apologize for how long this took out. I got very sick in the last few weeks and it took to this weekend to finally get back up to, I want to say 75%. If you've enjoyed our shows, please leave a review or let us know in the comments for this episode. Next is the promo for the network we're a part of, and then we are on to the show. If you enjoyed our shows, you should also be checking out the network we're a part of, the Fun Installers Network, whose promo will be playing next, and then we'll be on to the show.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. On the frontier of the internet is a new website being constructed called FuninstallersNetwork.com, where they install fun directly into your brain, where they do collaborations with other creators, such as video game reviews, podcast episodes, art galleries, and they even do little game master tips for you who like tabletop role-playing games. So make sure to go over to FuninstallersNetwork.com and tell them that this really cool radio guy sent ya. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, whatever it may be.
They took over a ranger's camp. Well, that's a lovely wrench.
Wait, did Akahoshi say that out loud?
More or less. Not shouting it, obviously, but like enough that because you're close enough that you'd hear it.
I think Andy speaks up about maybe that's what's in that that I didn't want to talk about. Be prisoners or
They're bandits. I don't know why rangers would be out here.
Now, because this is like a ranger's grove, essentially.
Yeah.
Would the ranger have to be alive still for the, essence to remain, or would it be possible for the ranger to die and it still remain like a druid stuff? Because magic is in the same vein there. It's all nature magic.
From what you know, there would probably still be some rangers alive if the illusion magic is still in place. But otherwise, no. Otherwise, everything else is natural. Like,
there probably are more hostages. The rangers.
Let's do our best to get them out alive.
I don't think these gnolls, who potentially specialize more towards necromancy, looking at the witherling.
Yeah, seriously.
And
looking at the fight against nature.
He kind of spits out the necromancy part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'd be maintaining this much natural illusion. So what do I know? I'm not a wizard. Well, all the more reason you guys need to make sure that you raise quite a bit of hell.
We're probably very good at that.
I did not understand that, Dasa.
I didn't understand it either.
Gosh darn accent stuff. She said we're pretty good at that.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so lead on.
I guess this is everybody get in position.
Okay. So, are you...
So Killian's is...
yeah.
That's a good question. What is our marching order?
Well, you two and I are like in front because you're going to go through the main entrance.
Mm-hmm.
As for Killian, I'm not too sure where we want to put him. If we want to put him on like because you all see the entrance. I'm not sure if we want to put him on the back side or if we want to put him like the top bit, or if we want him on the bottom bit where it's closer.
Akahoshi is going to be like sneaking in.
Yeah, because I need to go around to that.
Yeah, so I don't think we don't need to have him too close to where Akahoshi is going to.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be having to dart off pretty much immediately if I want to get to a good spot by the time you guys get in.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to draw attention to where you're going to be coming from. Further up, I'm guessing.
So we want Killian like back up here.
Zoom out the map.
Back up where?
Like this side.
Yeah, if he goes like up this way,
For listeners, we're on Roll20, so I'm pinging stuff.
Yeah.
the north side. Close to the north side of the map.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I need to get on that's the west side.
yeah, because you need it on the west side. If Killian is like in north or northeast, I think. That's the opposite of the way we're coming.
Well, you're going to be over here. The path goes up to here.
Yeah, I'm talking about Killian though.
So, yeah, okay.
Because Killian's not part of the marching order.
Yeah, so he's going to have to dash ahead and around you guys.
Yeah.
All the way up over to here with the Witherling. That or the Witherling can go with you guys because it could probably walk in and not get sussed. It can walk in and among us style people.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good work. Plus, that gives us an extra hand in creating confusion. Hey.
Well, do you want me to shift into a gnoll now?
You might as well.
And you see eyes start to shapeshift into a gnoll. Whatever remains of her clothes is more or less getting shredded because, unfortunately, gnolls are larger than her.
Fair.
I'm gonna like kind of study like her form essentially, so I can like pick her out in a crowd, so I know what not to shoot essentially.
Yeah.
Yes, it's she's basically a spotted gnoll, like kind of like a spotted hyena. You have no clue as to what gender of gnoll she shapeshifted into.
I'm not gonna bother asking.
Yeah. Gnoll is Gnoll.
Well,
Gnoll is Gnoll.
yeah, gnoll is gnoll, exactly. Okay, so.
No means no.
Okay, so Akahoshi, you said you were. What are you doing?
We all start, I guess, sprinting into positions.
Okay, tell me.
Which is Killian has to go over there, and I'm having to stealth all the way over to here.
Okay, tell me what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I have to go through the undergrowth. I have to go through and around.
Okay, move your token. Don't move it all the way. Move it partly.
Let me get the measuring stick out.
Yeah.
It's a good start as the measuring stick.
Okay.
30 is about here-ish.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I get about here, I could probably see in the camp, but it'd be difficult.
Yeah.
Which means it's just as difficult in the other way around. If not harder due to the stuff in the way. I'd say I'd climb a tree, but knowing that there's illusion branches is more or less likely going to cause me to fall.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Worst case scenario, we're going to do what every fucking TV show does and have somebody hide behind the lamppost if it comes to it. In this case, it's trees, though. We have lots of trees.
Before you go running off,
So I'm gonna have to start dashing.
Yeah, Adula places a hand on your shoulder. It's like, blessings of Bahamut with you. And cast guidance.
Okay.
I'll take any blessings I can get. We love guidance. How long does that last?
A minute, so you need to go. Get going.
Yeah, so I have a minute to basically use that on any check I want.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is equivalent to about 10 rounds of combat.
Yep.
Okay. And we're off. Dash gets me to about here.
Okay.
5, 10. So this is 15. 30. Well, wait, I need to roll, right?
Yes, roll me.
Okay. Wait, am I rolling with advantage because of boots or no because of the... Am I rolling straight because of the thing?
You're just rolling straight.
Okay. Good thing I only dropped the one dice. That's an 18 plus... that's 26.
Okay.
Plus 4 for guidance, 30.
Yeesh.
Okay, so far so good. It is incredibly difficult to get through, but you manage to make noise that sounds like it could be any kind of forest creature. Just an average noise from the night. You may move up to the full 60 that you indicated.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, currently you just sound like a forest creature.
Gets me to about there.
Okay, well, he's doing that. What are the...
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay, we'll do Killian next. What are you guys wanting to do for him?
Do we want to have him go like north of the path and then cut into the? I mean, that sounds like the best idea to me, at least. Is like go up the path a bit and then cut across.
Yeah, that was my idea. Is like he basically sprints ahead of you.
Mhm.
It's towards like the opening, like the clearing opening. Goes into the, tries to get some kind of cover through the
Mhm.
right side of the path.
Yeah.
To like dodge sight before getting back towards the path because it's easier to go through, and then
Mhm.
go into the undergrowth to that side.
Okay.
It's all on you guys to control him. I can't see anything anymore. I'm one with the trees.
About right here is where.
I'd say this is probably about the spot where you want to start cutting diagonally.
Okay.
That's actually a very good spot to start going towards and around.
Okay. Go right there, I guess.
Okay, roll me stealth for Killian. He has disadvantage.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. Okay. Who do we want rolling that?
Rolling on roll 20, please.
Yeah, roll 20. Okay, so
Okay.
I can get it.
I don't know what his...
It's a 1.
I don't have access to a sheet, so...
I've got it. So let me roll twice.
Okay, it doesn't matter anymore.
Nope. Just
Does not matter at all in the slightest.
for the kids at home, that was a nat 1.
Oh boy.
i.e. disadvantage no longer matters because there's nothing you can do to save that.
Oh boy. Well,
It's not my fault.
Well, I mean, his goal was to be loud, just not so soon.
you may move him where you need to, where you wanted to originally move him. I will just go do something.
What's his normal? Okay, so he can move like.
He still has 30. The Witherling is supposed to go with him.
Oh, I thought the weathering was going with us.
I thought it was going to be like 222. Well, 221.
I thought the whittling was going with you.
Okay.
Yeah, because that way it was. Yeah, because that way the weatherling was helping lend credence to the plan.
Oh yeah, right, and also kind of like guard eye at the same time. Well, prepare for sideways.
Yay!
Hey.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Nick, if you're hearing this, we miss you because I know you'd have better luck right now.
Yes.
Nick is listening to this later on and is like, why?
Yeah, Nick is about to be both very upset with us and also probably regretting that he wasn't there to stop this from happening.
Holy crap, that's a bunch of things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I got them all. Well, all the ones that count anyway. Okay. Yes, I did. Okay.
So that's what Killian can see.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So Delani and Angela, are you guys moving up as well?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe. Oh gosh. So now that the bulldozer has given themselves away,
A bulldozer, yep.
yeah. So, do we want to act like it was totally like us trying to struggle, maybe, or something against I and her having to like tell us to shut up or whatever?
It'd be more realistic if you struggle against the Witherling. It's stronger. I guarantee you it's physically stronger.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, guys, by the way, I imagine this all happening roughly the same time.
I've become one with nature. Killian has decided to run over a tree, and
And you guys are moving, I assume.
Yeah.
I would assume they're moving.
Yeah, but but at the same time we're having to like change plans on the fly potentially.
Improvise.
It's like like we start moving down the thing, and then all of a sudden, chomp, 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 chomp.
Well, the thing is, this is all happening in the same 6 seconds. So Akahoshi's just gone a road.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're
Yeah.
okay. That's a good. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not there to
How far?
lead it.
Okay. So we haven't gotten to where we need to do that yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good question, Sean. Where do we want them at currently?
I think we should be moving forward. I like the idea, like you said, like we're resisting since the initial plan of the bagpipes is gone. It's better that way because we still have the distraction of coming in, and then there's like, wait, that's not Delani. I'm Andy. I think we still have that distraction of like they're coming with them, and there's no Delani. You know.
Mm.
I think it's best that we move ahead and we just play it off as Killian trying to resist, just being a killdozer.
Yeah. Okay, so move up a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah.
Then I right here and.
Okay. I got back to you, Akahoshi. What are you doing?
I can hear all the.
Yeah.
I can just hear the bulldoze occurring.
Yes, you can.
He's like, what the hell is going on?
And I'm just like, mentally, it's just like, and we're already off script.
Yay!
There is literally nothing to do but continue forward and hope I can get there while they start getting distracted immediately.
Okay.
So now the goal is to get to about, I'm thinking about here.
Okay.
This is probably where I'm like spot checking. Like knowing that I'm hidden up to that point, this is probably where I'm like spot checking, like,
Roll me active perception.
We love active perception.
Hey.
Also, screw the darkness because I have good vision in night.
You have Skulker, yes.
Yes, I have good night vision.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
That was almost a 2, but that it said. Boop.
Okay. You spot about 13 feet in front of you. You spot several tripwires running along the ground and up in the air. Just very thin tripwires between the trees. This is definitely a ranger camp. This is not a bandit camp. You know from experience, bandits do not do this.
Has been taken over.
Yeah, bandits do not set up defenses like this.
Ranger. I think I'm starting to learn what I was withholding now about the Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely are. You can also start to vaguely see more of the camp, and there is definitely dead bodies in the camp.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Dead Gnolls or dead Rangers?
Dead bodies, you cannot make out
Okay.
proper details at this point because it is still fairly obscured by the trees and everything, but you do see gnolls and some witherlings as well.
Okay.
But essentially what's now on the map, you can vaguely pick out. Yeah.
For the record, that natural 20 does bump up to 28, just as a
yeah.
check for anything that's hiding.
There's
Shamans.
You do manage to just pick out what appears to be attached to one of the tripwires, a faint glyph of some kind.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Goddamn magic users.
Okay. And in the next 6 seconds, are we still having Killian go bulldozing through the forest?
But maybe he needs to stop for a second
Okay.
and try to pick out a better path that isn't bulldozing.
Okay, so you call out to him to stop? Okay.
I would. Well, I feel like Killian is probably self-aware enough to know that he's bulldozing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He might be a robot right now. He might be an AI pilot, but I think an AI would learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence is smart enough.
Okay, and you guys are gonna move up to roughly level with him?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All of you make me perception checks, please.
See if you find what I found.
21.
Okay.
That is an 11.
Okay, thank God you've got Angela with you, Delani. Because otherwise you would have walked right over the top of hidden culture.
Oh boy.
Oh, that would hurt.
Yeah.
Someone hid the D4s.
Someone stepped on the D4s.
Yes.
If I recall correctly, Caltrops actually just do a D4 of damage.
Yeah. Angela, you actually notice these caltrops look, I mean, they're ordinary, they look like caltrops, but they're also the incendiary kind, the ones that explode when you step on.
Oh gosh.
These rangers were thorough.
Apparently, Aguilar quietly hisses for them to stop and points out the freaking caltrops. Don't keep going. Those are incendiary caltrops. Do not step on them.
They do the big fire dragon if you step on it.
Pretty much. So where exactly on the path are those? Are they strewn across the entire path, or what's going on here?
They are strewn across the entire path, and you can pick out they go for at least approximately 25 feet.
Oh, like they're
Whatever these rangers had, they were thorough, and they were well set up to defend if they had to.
and they just, and of course they knew what to look for, so they just like cut through the trees basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, she points out the whole line of them, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. From what you also remember of rangers is usually these types of traps can be remotely controlled.
Right.
However, given the circumstances, you're not certain if whoever can remote control them has deactivated them or if they are still active, or if that person is even still alive.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so she asks. She looks to I and whispers, "How did you get to our camp earlier?"
We came through the trees.
Crap. Okay. Take us that way, please.
She just looks at you.
Look, I don't think any of us want to blow up, including yourself.
Roll me persuasion.
Okay.
I feel like that's a very valid self-preservation point.
Yeah, like, she doesn't want to die. She has already made that fairly clear.
Yeah, but you're now asking her to lead you through the trees where it's noisy.
18.
18?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their part of the plan was to be spotted anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I size.
Killian's was not supposed to be spotted, but here we are.
I size. Very well.
All right, so she will.
Is Killian gonna come with us, or are we gonna leave him where he is?
Because now it's like, okay, we already had the bulldozing noise, but I is gonna be going that way. What do you think, Sean?
Let me check.
So I'm not there to like make him look like he's tied up too. So improving that's going to be difficult unless someone was paying enough attention.
Maybe I have my. Well, let me double check. I think
I don't have anything to help with this. I don't think. I'm checking my
Well, we have to roll to see if we paid enough attention.
Or I didn't have attention to what.
To when Akahoshi was tying the knots to see if you guys can like rope Killian in with you guys.
Yeah. I do have rope.
I feel like that'd be either history or I'm not sure. History, maybe?
All right.
At the very least, I gave you guys the knowledge to get out of it.
So maybe we might be able to reverse engineer that.
Potentially. That's what I'm hoping for.
That was a 19 on history.
Okay, yeah, we'll use yours.
Memorization.
Okay, yeah.
Delani is used to getting in and out of knot. He just applied his knowledge, what he learned.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So you guys gonna tie Killian up as well?
I guess so.
All right.
Yeah.
This plan went weird.
This plan literally went sideways, and now what turned into like a split up plan has now turned into consolidate at one point.
Yeah.
I know. I was hoping your guys' plan would work because it would have been epic. Especially, this is your boss session.
Like, I knew we were walking to a boss fight. That's why I drew the plan.
So Delani has a suggestion, though. Make this even worse for the Gnolls.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, I think I know what you're thinking about.
Because you said these will go off if someone steps on them,
I knew it.
right? But could we pick up some?
Do we have anyone with a sleight of hand and high enough?
In your little group? Probably not.
Actually, my sleight of hand is a +3, so I mean I have a 50-50.
The DC to pick it up without exploding it is going to be quite high.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, what I'm hearing.
It's probably not worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is it's not worth it, and/or it's borderline impossible.
I mean, if you guys want to try,
But if you pull it off, that could be really something.
But you have to be able to pull it off without killing yourself. Is the problem?
And I am the Witherling and Killian and Aguilar.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't know how big that explosion's going to be.
Exactly. Like now, a question though.
yeah.
In since that's got me thinking. From what I understand of these, do they have to be stepped on, or is like a rock hitting them sufficient to take one out?
Both.
Okay. Do I know roughly what the explosion radius would be? Is it basically a spell on there, or is it like tech stuff?
It's a mix of both. So the explosion radius is about a 10-foot radius.
So they will cheat.
And there's 25 feet of
Pardon?
If one goes off, the whole path will go off.
the whole thing goes off.
Yeah. These are essentially their magitech. Things that artificers play around with.
Welcome to Final Fantasy.
Yep.
Artificers are you love them until you're up against their creations without an artificer.
Yeah.
And then you start
And here we are.
Yeah.
yes. And then you start to curse artificers.
Yep.
Okay, because like
That's the ones that tinker around with stuff. When you go to the alchemist ones, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Neither do they, though. So everybody's in the same boat, at least.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking like if we have to like if we have to vamoose maybe if we cut back through the trees, I'm thinking either it can be a distraction or it can which we were originally going for, or something in case we need to cover our escape.
Well, we do know there's a horse pen. So, worst case scenario, hop on a horse, slap its ass, and just go.
Oh no! Are you? So you're literally suggesting explode a horse? That's so mean.
Not explode a horse. I mean, like, if you guys get in and you gotta like get the hell out, sprint to a horse and just sprint out through the tree line with it.
That's gonna be.
Doubt they can catch up to a speeding horse.
Yeah, but we would have to explode stuff before that.
Well, wait, aren't you magic? Can't you actually do that well before the horse would?
I mean, I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. The things have to be exploded before horses, basically, can be employed. Also, they don't know. Like, the only one that knows about the other traps in the forest, although we can, like, after we see this, we can probably
assume this place is wrapped to hell and back.
Yeah. Akahoshi is the only one that knows that for certain, though.
Well, I don't know that the path is trapped, actually. I just know that the trees are rigged.
No, okay, yeah. But these 5 are the ones that know that the path is trapped, at least. But still,
I definitely knew this whole place was rigged.
let's just keep in mind that they're there, and if we have to trigger them, we can. Let me double check something for this type of dragonborn. Okay, that's only 30 feet. I can't see Akahoshi. That doesn't matter then. Okay, I was trying to see if I could give him send a telepathic message over, but I can't see him. He's not within 30 feet, so that's a no.
If you stacked telepathy ranges, it would reach probably.
I mean, maybe, but I don't have any other telepathy stuff.
What is the feat you were taking again?
That's a gift the gem dragon.
Okay, and what does that involve?
Give me a second. I gotta bring that up.
There's a bit of a stat boost, and then you get a react that does, I believe, 2d8 force damage.
Oh, okay.
Forces a strength check versus I think basically spell save DC for the feat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if they fail, they get pushed 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say, if you had the one with that.
Yeah, if I had telekinetic or something else.
Yeah, I would have allowed you to attempt to contact Akahoshi telepathically.
Yeah.
But you don't, so.
Nope.
Yeah.
So there's not that many. I chose it because clerics don't have a lot of reactions, and reactions are nice. So.
Unless you're a major league pitcher and can throw 90 feet away within 6 seconds.
Okay. I guess. Yeah, just avoid the caltrops for a moment. Have I goes through the trees.
Okay.
Do it that way.
Okay, so you move where you want to go in the trees.
I is the one that knows the path, though.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Yeah, because she would have. That was the whole thing of she would have to have gone. Yeah, she got out.
She got out. She can get back in.
So she knows the way without exploding things or getting people killed.
Oh, okay. I understand what you mean now. So
the logic is that if I got out, she can get back in.
Okay, the group is roughly heading around towards Akahoshi.
Oh god. The plan has gone very sideways.
Including the group. Yeah, I just noticed the group is now sideways as well.
Oh boy.
Well, like I said, this is your boss session, so
Hey.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I don't have any more or second level spell slots, guys. Let's not die.
I thought you were completely tapped for magic because I knew you were spamming spells.
I've got 2 slots on first level, and then whatever I've got for cantrips. So not completely,
Well,
but
you might want to start with cantrip spam.
Yeah.
Do as all great wizards start off with. Spam your cantrips like your life depends on it, because it does.
Okay, so Akahoshi, what are you doing?
Oh, what am I doing?
All of you guys to stealth as well, please. If you're trying to be quiet.
Oh yeah, they're group stealth.
Yeah, group stealth time. Just
okay.
Except for me, because I'm not in group.
yeah.
All right, 1 second.
Okay.
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 Oh, come on. That was almost a 16. Aguilar's is 10.
Angela is how much? What?
10
Okay.
for her part of the group stealth. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Let's see.
18.
Let me see what Killian's would be. His is not any better, really. It's gonna be a.
There's disadvantage, remember?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's right. Yeah, remember that? Okay, that's a 2. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Nothing that one.
Nick,
Right after the other one.
Nick,
Nick, come back.
Nick, you need to take off the heavy armor and demote to medium.
Oh my gosh, or take pick up heavy armor that like doesn't impose immediate disadvantage, or take a fate or something.
All heavy armor imposes disadvantage, I'm pretty sure, and then there's some medium armors that do.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Next time I'm gonna let someone else roll. I'm not allowed to roll for Killian anymore.
I don't have his sheet.
I'll link it.
Okay, Delani, what is your stealth?
18.
18. Thank God. Right, so despite Killian's clunking going on, you all managed to not attract attention, but you do sound like a big animal moving through the forest. So there's definitely
like a bear.
yes, like a bear or something.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. You may thank Delani for that. Okay. Okay, Akahoshi.
Okay.
Behind you, you hear what sounds like could be a bear. It's
If I turn around, will I spot the bulldozer?
yes.
That's how bad it is. Got it.
You can vaguely pick out the group.
Well, to be fair, remember I also just came out of like a natural 20 perception, so
Yeah. Yeah.
so even if I spot you, that doesn't necessarily mean you've been spotted.
Yeah.
It just means I have the eyes of fucking God.
Yeah, so you can vaguely pick out your group coming towards you. What are you doing?
I don't know what they're doing. I'm assuming
Praying.
I can, well, yeah, that, but I spotted traps like all the fuck around here, like practically everywhere within a 30-foot range of me, right? Like practically everywhere within eyesight, there's probably traps.
1 minute. Do you want me to?
Well, I mean, I spotted them. I should probably know where they are.
Yeah, 1 second. All right, there you go.
Okay. So
You definitely know there are traps there.
okay. So this is going to be interesting.
Your group does not know there are traps. Only you do.
And none of them know Thieves Can't.
Oh.
Actually, wait a minute. No, I might actually know Thieves Can't.
She might. Yes.
She might.
Hmm.
Okay. Here's what I do. Here's what I think I'll do.
Okay.
If I could like make like a marking, like if anybody you know Skyrim, how they have like the shadow signs that can like, if you look on like the right piece of wood on a building, you could spot like if there's loot, if there's yada yada.
Vaguely.
Can I make one of those like on like on like whatever tree I'm on, essentially?
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
And put the sign of like trap and then the direction of it.
All right. You can do that.
Okay. So I'll do that. And I don't know which way they're heading between that or if they're following me.
I don't think they can see you.
No, they definitely can't. I know they can't. There's no way they can.
Yeah.
That's why I'm leaving basically a shadow mark so that somebody who probably understands the language of thieves can spot it and be like, oh yeah. Or at the very least, it's going to be suspicious enough that someone should get the memo.
Okay.
It should be suspicious and deliberate enough that that y'all can understand it.
Yep.
And then I guess we continue this way.
Yep.
I can't dash because I spent time doing that, so I get about here. So that's...
Don't you have dash as a bonus action?
Oh, yes, I do. That's right. I have cunning actions. So I can get practically like about here-ish.
Okay.
And let me guess, stealth.
Yes, please.
That is... Damn, almost another natural 20. Team plus 8 equals... Basic math, 22.
You sound like an animal moving through the bush. Are you still looking for traps?
Yes. I know this place is trapped to hell and back.
Okay, roll me another active perception.
Okay, better. Not much, but better. 16 plus 16 plus 8. I'm still 24.
All right.
Feeling at basic math.
You spot another trap.
More traps. We love traps.
Interestingly, you also spot another glyph attached to the tripwires.
Okay. I'm very much starting to question what these glyphs do, but I really don't have time to look at them. And nor do I actually have the magical expertise to probably identify it correctly.
I mean, you can always try.
Yeah, but I've already pretty much done everything I could in one round.
Okay, so are the rest of you continuing on?
I guess so.
All right, so that here. All of you roll me another stealth, please. I will roll for Killian this time.
Yeah, thank you.
And
That is an 8.
15.
So y'all don't get killed.
so, hang on, Delani, you are a what?
8. 3 plus 5.
Okay. Dasa, you were
15.
oh boy. Killian got a 6.
Oh, this is fine.
And I got a 19
Okay,
on the dice.
good.
I would expect her to be doing well at stealth. That's supposed to be something she's good at.
No, it's not on her stat block.
Why? She's an infiltrator.
Yeah. What is this?
I'm using a modified changeling stat block.
Of course.
Yes.
To be fair, I actually assumed she had like a level in Rogue. I assumed she basically had like a player level in something, so that's on me.
So you still all sound like a bear. So big animal chasing small animal.
Yeah, there we go.
yeah, basically. I would say you all are vaguely aware of general area Akahoshi is in because of the noise, but you can't see him.
What general area would that be?
The whole path, basically, this entire general area, this entire like 60-foot span.
Yeah.
Way too far. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, I did leave the mark about where you guys are right now, so...
Yes, and I does point it out. She does point it out. It's like, well, you lot want to be careful. Traps around.
That doesn't surprise me. Considering she just kind of like, she uses her tail to like gesture vaguely around. Not like swinging around, just like a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Akahoshi, what are you doing?
So, I have the vague idea of what's going on back there. I have a vague idea.
It is a bear-shaped party.
A bear-shaped party. Yes.
More or less a bear-shaped Killian. I'm really blaming Killian on that one.
He's just like, hey, stupid Warforged.
More like loud Warforged.